vice. Any of various devices, usually having two jaws that may be brought together or separated by means of a screw, lever, or the like, used to hold an object firmly while work is being done on it. The basics of living has been forgotten, more so rape than anything. Land that wasn't industrialized and newly introduced to Western living through colonization was easily seduced by the traditions long taught before world powers like Rome, Greece, and Media Persia. Idol worship goes way beyond gods that you just heard legends about. The problem with a culture that advocates a person being held to a higher regard than the rest of mankind makes life and the meaning of it an altered image of ourselves. If we are to promote and multiply life, how is not respecting your own self going to help sustain it? It won't. Wanting to change your image is like giving your soul to anyone who wants to take and control it. And pretty much that is the only way we sustain ourselves in basic day-to-day life. Most of us gladly give up a third of our soul 5 or more days a week to destroy the home we live on just to live up to idols that we're brainwashed by. The majority of jobs we indulge in to make a living in turn destroys us. You'll see animals and insects with plenty of resources building living places for every one of its species in each group without destroying the landscape around them. They may move it around, but you don't see them destroying its water supply or poisoning basic foods. Now, I'm not an overt religious person, but when I read that our actions will change the behavior of animals, I can see why. There are less conflicts between packs of lions and monkeys if there are plenty of resources around. When the necessities of everyday living are expounded and plentiful, there is no need for wars or feuds because another group is starving. When we deliberately destroy and hoard what makes us live, when others are starving, that's when wars begin between us. Resources become scarce and animals behave like men. The funny thing about our whole situation is that our necessities are being destroyed by what we want. I want them to be like me. I want them to be like them. I want to rule the world. We should all be ourselves and be able to provide what's needed to each other worldwide. Resources are plentiful when they're not wasted on what's wanted by idols made gods for a fan base that worship them daily. Unfortunately, the world is ruled by demigods that has plenty of ways to lure sheep to the slaughterhouse, and at times, it seems to be in unison, like gods against men. Almost like order out of chaos, a distraction for the positions of our lifestyles to stay the same, and if there are upgrades, the result is still the same. Self-destruction. We have an opportunity to provide health care for everyone within this nation, but as usual, the chaos from the gods are letting another one of the necessities slip through our fingers, and more worshippers are seeing illness and death as one, being stuck in a vice. Fake it until you make it, the absolute, and taking God's name in vain while caught in the grip.